Hey, yeah, yeah.
Switching gears on daytime now, we want to talk about a new service that's available in London for, well, I'm going to get our guest to explain it, but we're going to talk a lot about divorce among other things, but just a new way of approaching the problem, the situation for people. So we're joined now by Elizabeth Goldenberg. You're the founder of the New Family Law Center in London.
That's correct.
Welcome. You've been a lawyer and practicing for 23 years.
Yes.
Doing a lot of divorce work over those years. Is that basically the exclusive work that you did?
Yep. I've been working as a sole practitioner in family law here in London for 23 years. And I've just taken my perspective as a divorce lawyer and applied it to the new company that I've created, hoping to make an option, a kinder, gentler, more affordable option for couples who are separating.
Okay, so I think you just alluded to the answer to my next question, but what was missing that caused you to say, you know what, I've got to start this new business that will work in this specific direction?
Well, no matter how I did things as a lawyer representing either a husband or a wife or cohabitees, when I had just one side of the case, no matter how gently I handled my client, if I had a reasonable sort of fixed monthly payment, I put a wellness program in, no matter how I did it, I couldn't sort of address what was happening on the other side of the case, right? And people would say to me, how long is this going to take? How much is it going to cost? And I really couldn't tell them that. I would just say, I have to bill you hourly. I'll keep you informed all the time, and we'll see how this goes.
Right.
And it wasn't until I created the concept for the New Family Law Center, I realized I have to have a way to bring both parties in. I can't do that in my law firm. I need a company. And if I can put both parties on the same track, parallel tracks, then I can say to them, how long is this going to take? What's it going to cost? What are we doing exactly? That option did not exist. It's a brand new option for couples.
Because by nature, it's confrontational, it's tense, it's difficult, nobody wants to go through this, and as you say, it's very much a split, has historically been two rails, and you're either on one or the other. So you found a way to get both sides involved in this process.
Well, what I needed to do was to separate my law firm from my company. So I'm a lawyer who happens to own a company, right, that specializes in helping separating couples.
Right.
And because it's not a law firm, and because I'm not providing legal services myself, I don't have to worry about conflicts of interest. You know, when I approach both parties, or when both parties approach me, obviously. And what I've done is I've contracted with a variety of very senior counsel lawyers in town who are thrilled with this concept and saying this is what we needed. And they are each representing one party, but under my memorandum of understanding. So they've committed to a 16-week timeline, which is extremely short. We've negotiated a flat fee, so you can speak to your lawyer without being worried about, you know, what is it going to cost. There's a code of conduct, so the lawyers both know this isn't going to get crazy. They also are going to keep their clients informed and really assist them. And we have a set procedure we follow at week 4 and week 8 and week 12 and week 16. And you come out of it 95% of the time with a partial or a final separation agreement negotiated. And one thing I provide to both parties during this 16-week process is wellness programming. I commissioned a psychologist to make me a series of videos on stress reduction. So I not only wanted to help look after the legal services and manage them, I wanted to look after the people.
I think a lot of people overlook that because clearly that's going to be part of almost any divorce. There's going to be, you know, psychological pain, and there's going to be that sort of, issue that you have to deal with. So you took that into account.
I did. I like to anticipate people's needs, you know, and I know people are fearful, and they also sometimes lack information, you know, which worsens the fear. So if I can just calm that down and limit the uncertainty by saying, you're going to be with us for 16 weeks, here's the flat fee, here's some programming. you're maximizing the chances that they can resolve things and things won't get out of hand.
Well, just to be clear, so that people aren't, misunderstanding, you're not a marriage counselor. You're not trying to sort of keep the parties together. You're just there to try and make sure that this process goes as smoothly as it can.
Yeah. Well, when people separate, they tend to think, I want a divorce. And actually, once they gain a little knowledge, they realize it's not the divorce I want a separation agreement. And I'm managing the process to get towards a partial or a final separation agreement. So yeah, it's not counseling in any way whatsoever. It's a structured service for couples who are separating.
Are they with you at the same time in the same room as part of the process?
When a party, so either one spouse or sometimes both spouses will make arrangements to come into the New Family Law Center. They come in, they meet with me personally. It's a very modern, sort of accessible, inviting space. I'm not providing a legal consultation. I'm providing information about what the New Family Law Center is compared to some of the other options. And yes, they do come in together. I manage the appointment setting, so I will match them to each two separate lawyers that are my contract lawyers. There's several in town. They're all 20 years experience or more, doing exclusively family law. And I will book their initial appointment and their subsequent appointment. So, and tell the lawyers, the next bell to ring. What are we doing on the time frame? So I manage the whole thing for them. But once they're booked with the lawyer's handling them. The lawyer is meeting all the Law Society requirements, confidentiality.
Okay, quickly, you have an event coming up because I'm sure people have a lot of questions. What's the seminar that people can attend?
Well, I'm offering a free seminar called The Lawyer's Guide, What Everyone Should Know About Family Law, because people need to understand their options. Do I need a lawyer? What value do lawyers bring? I love lawyers. I think we bring a lot to the table. Should I go out to court on my own? Should I get my own separate lawyer? Oh, there's this new option. We can go together.
Where is this taking place?
It's taking place at the New Family Law Center, which is 352 Talbot Street. It's just south of King. It is on Thursday, October 13th.
Okay.
It's a 1-hour talk.
Okay, and we're just out of time, but you need to pre-register. And
Yes.
for more information, people can go to thenflc.com.
Correct.
Okay, thank you very much. Elizabeth Goldenberg, the founder of the New Family Law Center in London, a new option for people that are dealing with the difficult issue of divorce and hopefully making it a little bit smoother. Coming up after the break, we're heading to the Daytime Kitchen, so stay with us for that.